I'm going to this place so that I could potentially find my husband.
Felt that older women are almost always like jealous.
Marriage protects you and gives you benefits that being a baby mama does not.
Where are all the good men? They've walked away from today's modern women.
I don't hear anybody talking about going to places where there are Black traditional women.
Act like I'm committed to you. I am simply just dating until I get a serious offer.
Hey guys, welcome back to More to Life. Now, before we get into this video, I ask that you like, comment, subscribe. Also, smash that notification bell just to be sure you get on my videos as soon as I release them. Let's get right into this.
It's really nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Yeah, nice to meet you, Joey. Are you guys like dating?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, Joey.
Why are you
She belongs to the streets.
Oh my God. Joey, leave that. Oh, to my mother. Close that back door. Don't get snaked by your homie. She went goodbye.
Bro, I swear she would have been getting gas by right now.
I ain't gonna lie. Don't be a Joey. Nah, Joey, you seen this? Leave that.
That was bad.
That was bad,
bro. That was bad. That
Cheryl stick while she on Cheryl.
That's real bad. Like, she openly, there's a lot of girls that do that. That man should have left her right then and there. He should have made her walk home. He should have let her leave with them and just drove off, act like he didn't know them. The reason why he should have let her do it, she's probably going to do that anyway.
Shocked because we are at the restaurant. The table here next to us, there were two couples and they finished. Oh my God. And the two women, they left first to pay. And I saw, and I say, no, they will not pay. They will not pay. No, they are paying. They are just now. They are paying for the men, and the men were just like there, just waiting. Okay, yeah, like princesses. I'm shocked. Is this okay for you? This is normal for you?
This is yoga.
Oh my God.
No, I don't like this. Why? She's assuming. What happened if the guys give her the money to go pay? How do you know that's not happening? Plus, it's Europe. I know you seem like you're from the Middle East somewhere. It's a lot different in Europe. In Europe, women will feel offended or they feel like they're getting too much from a man. If a man is paying for too much of their bills, it's a lot different. From where you are, it's more like modern woman. And guys don't like dealing with modern women anymore. They hate it.
Where are people meeting these good quality, high value men? I saw a video of this guy and he was like, in order to meet your spouse, your husband, your whatever, you have to leave your house. Which I do leave my house, but I feel like I'm not going to the right places to meet good quality men. So most of the time when women go out, myself included, like if me and my homegirls want to go out, get a drink, get something to eat, we're not going with the intentions of like, oh, let's go here because the men will be here. We just going here because we want to eat, because we want to drink, or we know somebody who's throwing the party, whatever. So now I want to go out with the intentions of like, okay, I'm going to this place so that I could potentially find my husband. But like, what do men do? Where do y'all be at? And I'm not getting on any dating apps. I am set on like meeting whoever the man is in real life, a genuine connection, not over an app. That's just my preference. So where do y'all be at?
Living life in peace.
Help a sister out, okay?
Well, you would have to, a lot of them are at the gym, but I'll tell you the truth. You would have to go do a lot of breaking and entering, right? Because a lot of guys are right at home. If you're going to do some B&Es, I mean, more power to you. I mean, that's what guys really at. Guys aren't dealing with the nonsense anymore. It's not that guys are saying, I don't want to deal with a woman. Guys are dealing with women. Guys are saying, I'll deal with women on my time. That's not their number one priority, right? And that's good for guys. It's a great thing.
I don't know if this is everyone's experience, but my advice to young women is to stay away from older women. So I don't know if you guys have experienced this, but I have felt that older women are almost always like jealous. And I'm not even talking about older women that are like 3 years, 4 years, 5 years now. I'm talking about like older women, like the women that can be your mother. They're almost always the women that like look me up and down, that have all of these really crazy remarks, that will go out of their way to like just be shady and like tear me down and like belittle me or do X, Y, and Z. So, and it's been the experience of a lot of people that I've come across. So I'm just going to be honest with you that if you're young, I don't know what it is. Just older women are just very, very cynical and bitter. So stay away. Stay away from older women. Yeah.
You mean older single one, but yeah, I get you. It's like that with older women, only for one reason. When they're single, you're the competition. And they know guys would rather choose you, right? Because you're green. And that's a good thing that you're green because you're not poisoned. Your mind is not poisoned. You are easier to handle, right? Because there's no drama a lot of the times because you're green. And guys want that. Guys want a woman that doesn't have a lot of those negative experiences like they have. Like you give her an older woman, she comes with tons of baggage, sometimes a lot of kids, a lot of times a lot of kids, and they want more. Give her a younger woman is a lot better.
Yeah, it is real true that older women do not like younger women succeeding. Some people, not all of them. I work in the medical field, and older women do not really want to see you progress. They want to see you doing ghetto. They want to see you doing hood rats. They want to see you get into arguments and all that, but they don't want to see you progress and going to the next level, taking yourself somewhere else. And I told her that after the conversation that, I told her about, before that, I had to tell her about like that. Like, you got to stop letting people take you out your comfort. I understand that lady said she told that girl she was going to pop her. That's when she started getting real raunchy. Yeah.
Is it just me, or does it feel like there's an agenda to create a communication gap between older women and younger women? Sometimes I can be very cynical, so I might be tripping. But listen, growing up without my mother, life forced me to learn the importance of being connected to older women in my community from a very young age. I didn't have a choice. I had to collect mother figures in my church, in my school, in other family members, even in the mothers of other friends. Don't get me wrong, there are some women that don't mean you well. There are some women who are jaded and are bitter, like a lot of men are saying about the older generation. But even in being connected to those women, I learned a lesson in discernment. If you always look for the lessons, you will find them. You can't harp on the loss. But all those women are not jaded. All those women are not bitter. I think y'all trying to pin younger women against older women so we don't talk. I saw a video that was saying these women are bitter, broken, jaded. They ran out of time. And if you listen to them, you will become them. Now, we can agree on one thing here. If you don't open your ears and your eyes and listen to the wisdom from these people who are caring enough to express their experience to you, you will become them. You know why? Because you're going to experience the same heartbreak, the same disappointments, and the same pitfalls that they experience. So you are going to become them. You're going to become that woman that's trying to tell the younger generation, hey, don't sleep with that man while he's on a business trip because he's not going to call you back. You're going to become those women, these women, and those women are not going to listen to you because they're going to have won that whole little agenda.
I think she missed the point. She gets it, but she missed the point. I understand what she's saying, but a lot of times, guys say that. Guys say that mostly, and guys say that because women, especially older, will tell you some nonsense, and like you said, you have to listen to it. But a lot of women are not listening to it. Why? A lot of women don't have discernment. They don't know how to discern what's good for what's right from wrong. Yeah, then it's a headache, and it's a headache for a guy.
Put your hands on my son.
Caught him in the bed with my daughter.
They don't give you a right to put your hands on my son.
Yeah, it does.
He know the rules.
Okay, and I tell him the rules, but you,
they in the
when it
living
comes
room,
to my children, you do not put your hands on my child.
They don't go in the bedroom.
Understood.
They stay in the living room.
Understood. He put his hands on you, correct?
So?
Do not touch my child.
Ridiculous.
Anymore.
This is what happens when they don't have fathers. Right, being raised by his mama. I'm not, no knock. How do you know that? Because If he had a dad, his dad would have said, "Hey, girl, don't go over there. Knock on that man's door, being mad about what our son just did." Sound like the rules were laid out very like plainly and simply. Don't go in the room with my daughter. You know the consequences of your actions, and I'm not, as a father, even if that was my son, I'm not trying to lighten that blow. You know, because you know if somebody come over here at our house and I tell them not to go in the bedroom, and I walk in my house and they're in the bedroom, you know I'm putting hands on that little boy, right? Her husband, if he got one, should have said, "Girl, sit your down." He ain't hurt. He probably just got roughed up a little bit for not following a man's rules in a man's house with his daughter. You lucky, because then if you watch the video, like if you find that video and watch it, the guy didn't hit him. He just like forcefully put him out, like pushed him, which count your blessings. If we're count your blessings. That man seems very reasonable. It seems like your son has a problem with boundaries inside of a man's house, and I get it. I get it. You don't want nobody to put your hands on your babies, right? Maybe that's a conversation between two men. Like, "Hey, man, hey, look, I heard you put your hands on my son." Type. You can call him alone. "I know he's wrong, but I wouldn't put my hands on your baby." Just a little checky check. But no way you knocking on that man's door like, "I know you didn't just put your hands on my son when he was inside of your house, not following the rules you specifically told him to follow with your daughter." That don't even make sense. Do you hear yourself? Come on now. Come on now.
No daddy's in the picture. That's why she did that. Because if a daddy was in the picture, that would have happened. I'm sick.
Артур, да! Потому что карма настигла Пивола. Иди к своей Мармаре. Вот мое истинное лицо. Нет, честно, иди к Мармарихе. Я была...
How is that karma? From what he did to you? Karma from him losing? let me let her continue.
Ну что, ребята? Ну что? Карма настигла своего засранца. Артур!
Я рада за тебя. Вперед. Теперь мое дело в суде.
I feel empty emotionally now. I went to the ring only to win this fight, but I don't have my balls.
You're not saying too much about it, but your promoter and your team are obviously very upset on your behalf.
They could see from the side maybe better, maybe not, but from my side, I'm trying to do everything perfect, everything amazing, but I didn't.
Ну что, ребята? Ну что? Карма настигла своего засранца. Артур!
Я рада за тебя. Вперед. Теперь мое дело в суде.
I wonder why they left.
Впервые мне плевать на хейтеров на 1,000,000%. Любой, кто обидит моих детей, будет наказан. Считайте, что я ведьма. Считайте обо мне все, что угодно. Карма настигла человека. Этого плохого. Редиску. Короче, я рада. Честно, ура.
Wow. This is crazy. Like, if anything, you should have felt that love resurface in your heart. Like, I hope you're okay. Right? Felt bad for him. Like, really? Like, oh man, I used to be in love with this guy. He got beat. He just lost. I wonder how he's doing. Hate. And it's funny because she's in a whole nother country, right? She's in a whole nother country. It's worldwide. This kind of hate women have for men sometimes when they go through situations, it's worldwide.
The boyfriend hoax. Let's talk about it, okay?
Oh, here we go again.
As someone who is actively roster dating, I'm always going to be an advocate for it if you are dating for marriage, okay? You're dating for a serious offer, which means an engagement ring, okay? Until that happens, you are single, and you're gonna act single, okay? Now, when I have watched these videos, which is why I'm telling girls to stop following these men and their podcast, because they are always going to try to explain game. They're always going to try to put you into some kind of category. You're friends with benefits, you're situationship, you're this, you're that, you're whatever, you're the wifey type. Okay. They are putting themselves on a pedestal, and you.
No, I'm not one of those podcasts. I'm a guy that's been married to my Filipina for 10 years. And I'll say it like this. Never happened with me, even in the States. Yes. Even when I was in the States, there was no, oh, a girlfriend's only a placeholder. she's gonna be talking to other guys while she's my girlfriend. You create what? What? Men ain't hearing that. No man is hearing that. A man with a girlfriend. No guy's hearing that. And a girl is not going to respect a guy for hearing that. You crazy?
Even realize. How do you categorize these men? At the end of the day, you have options. Yes? Yes? Okay. So when we think about what boyfriend, girlfriend really means in the westernized society, it really is just code for we're sexually exclusive. That's it. I may talk about marriage, I might not. You know, I might want you to live with me, I don't know. Or it might just be, you're my placeholder until I want someone else. But I'll call you my girlfriend and I'll say I love you for months and then never propose. So pretty much you are a placeholder. Girlfriends are a placeholder until he gets on a knee. That's the only way you're gonna know if you're not a placeholder. That's the only way you're gonna know, okay? I'm sorry to break it to you, but like once my mind was open to this concept of Easternized dating, which is actually very biblical, you are dating until a man can prove with his finances that he is capable of taking care of you.
You are made of stupid.
Okay.
What does it say that in the Bible? Does it say man can prove with his finances? It doesn't say that.
And your potential offspring, if you choose to have any. He is proving to you through courting you that he can prioritize you, call you every day, text you every day, communicate with you, treat you with respect without giving your body, without having with him. Okay, so he's working to have you. So while he's working to have you, so is this one, and so is this one, and so is this one. And in the event one of them drops off, well, do I have to get rid of them? Not necessarily. I could just put him on the back burner.
Making progress.
And just say, okay, well.
No man, like, could you imagine? Okay, I would lose my mind. Say if my wife had this one and that one and that one while she's talking to me, man, she's joking. She has to be joking.
He is not husband material, but he is boyfriend material as far as I have multiple boyfriends, if you want to call them that. I mean, they're all friends until I get an offer. That's just the reality. This is the truth that men don't want you to see. When I talk to men in my family, I'm talking to who are dogs. I mean, dogs. And I say that just being real. Like, I'm talking about the dogged women out. When I tell them what I'm doing, they're like, you're smart. You're smart. But these men are not going to tell you that. They're going to make you focus on one guy that you really, really, really like so bad. Okay, well, honey, you might really like him, and while you're really, really liking him, talk to other men on dating apps and go on other dates while you really, really like him, and then just expand your options. Go travel, go on dates, go on girl trips, do whatever, and still be dating while you like him, and just see how things go. You are in control. These men put themselves on a pedestal the more content they make because they know you, yes, you, Sally Mae, or whoever you are, Sarah, Jessica, you are prioritizing one man. And yes, you with a boyfriend for a year and a half, 2 years, and he still has yet to wife you. So it's really just code for we're sexually exclusive and I get all the wife benefits. I don't care if he's paying your rent and paying, or you might be getting something out of it. Sure, you might be getting something out of it, but I could do that without having to act like I'm like committed to you. I am simply just dating until I get a serious offer.
It's delusional.
So with that in mind, it automatically puts the men in a working position.
All right, I'm going to stop it right there because a woman like her stays single. And any woman out there, if there's any woman out there that watches this, never take her advice. I will say this. There are a lot of guys in the West that don't intend on marrying, right? Like, I feel, for women that are serious, I feel bad for you because there's a lot of guys, they don't intend on it. Why? Because things are so tainted. It's true. I wasn't going to get married in the West. I didn't see it happening. I didn't trust it. And this is why. See, this is why. You see what she's saying? This is why I wasn't going to get married in the West. This is why I couldn't trust it. This is why most men can't trust it. You see what's happening on social media. TikTok is a lot of women's downfall. And she thinks she's gonna have a hard time finding a man. She's actually viral, I believe, on TikTok. I gotta check it again, but she's tripping. She's never gonna find a man.
The fact that people, even whether you know me or not, there still has to be like a certain level of common sense when it comes to just being a judge of character. And this has nothing to do with TV at all, none of that. Like this is real life because kids are involved. And this deadbeat narrative, it's like, it's just so jarring to me. It does give me a headache sometimes, but then, you know, I'm pretty good at just brushing things off. But, you know, people who know me, and especially know my situation, they're like, yo, how long are you going to stay quiet? And I just, you know, I be sparing people. And then at the same time, it's like, yo, it's nobody's business, but I feel like everybody just feels like they know my business, and if it's reported, it's news, and that it's the truth and it's real. But I'm pretty sure that, you know, there's some men out there who can relate to this. And when it comes to being a father in a co-parenting situation where somebody wants to have full control of every single thing and they can't have control, it's just not going to be a easy transition, you know, especially when, you know, the other person is just used to it being one way or very controlling or still wanting the whole family dynamic, and it's not there anymore.
That man's in a lot of pain because I already know, and I know a lot of you know too, Erica Mena is a nutcase, and I'm sure a lot of stuff that she's saying, and she's just joined. She's just talking the talk. She's like one of those chicks from the Bronx somewhere. Right there, tear your head off like a meerkat. Here it goes again.
Just like you. Oh, your head. Jerk off. Head. Your head. Your head. All because of you. All because of you. All because of you.
I don't argue. That's just not in me. My original standing order for this child support and the visitation and all of that, everything, it originated from Georgia. We moved to Florida. When we moved to Florida, everything has to get transferred over. It just got transferred over like this week. So now I get to find out what this new setup is going to be, because I refuse to go to her house to pick up the kids. I refuse. I'm not. It's just too unstable, too unpredictable, and the only way I would do it is either a police precinct or if the kids are somewhere else and I'm picking them up from there.
I understand him.
How come every time somebody says it's better to wait until you're married before you have kids, people are always like, well, he can still leave you even if you're married. He can still leave you even if... Duh! Duh. The same way you can still die in a car accident even if you have your seatbelt on. But it's probably still a good idea to put that seatbelt on when you get in the car, right? Marriage protects you and gives you benefits that being a baby mama does not. Okay? So if you want to be a baby mama, that's your call. You're grown. You can do whatever you want. But stop trying to make women who want to wait until they're married before they have kids sound like they're crazy. Thank you.
Nah, she's right. She's right. And I understand her. The only thing is nowadays it's so hard to get married. Guys just don't want to marry a woman. And I get it. But yeah, she's right. Do it when you're married. That's the best. You got more protections. But as a baby mama, you got nothing. But the baby.
Where are all the good men? Well, I'm sorry to tell you this, ladies, but they're done. They've walked away from today's modern women.
What's done is done.
They're done with dating, done with marriage, done with relationships. And no, ladies, it's not because they're scared, like you all are telling each other is the case. No, the real reason they're leaving is because they don't see a point in relationships anymore. Because there is no point in relationships for today's men. They're expected to give while getting nothing in return. They're told that they need to honor, respect, and provide for women while never seeing it reciprocated to them in any way. They've been told time and again that they aren't needed, aren't wanted, aren't necessary, and that they should just go away and leave women alone. And ladies, we've heard you loud and clear. We've said, fine, if that's what you want, we're going to give it to you. And that, ladies, is where these good men are, off doing their own thing and enjoying life, because they are done dealing with the drama, narcissism, and insane expectations most of you have. Men are done with never being acknowledged, let alone appreciated for all that they do. So if you're wondering why all the men have walked away, there's your reasons.
Okay, so I got an honest question. I promise I'm not trying to clown. I am really, really curious. I want to know. So I've been seeing a lot of men talking about they getting their passports and they going overseas and they going to other countries, get their women. And I ain't mad at that. I don't know what it's like to date a woman. I don't know what it's like to be with a modern woman. I don't know what it's like to seek a wife and can't find one. So I would never tell somebody how to spend their money and time. Your preference is your preference. What you want is what you want. But what I will say is that I'm wondering, and again, I'm not judging, I'm wondering, are y'all just done with black women? Or are y'all just done with Americanized Western women? Because black women are not the only women that are modern women over here in America. It's rampant. It's pretty much most of the women. So I see y'all like not wanting an American Asian or an American Spanish woman, but y'all don't have a problem going to an Asian country or a Spanish country to get one of their, traditional women, which I don't knock you. If I was a man, I would want a traditional woman. I wouldn't want nothing to do with a modern woman. My thing is, I don't hear anybody talking about going to places where there are black traditional women.
That's a who's that?
To get wives, like Africa, Jamaica. Yeah, I know there's black people everywhere. I know that. But primarily, you know what I'm saying?
Wait a minute. Who are you?
Like, I don't know. Am I missing something? Am I jumping to conclusion? I need somebody to...
Well, no, you're missing a lot, right? Because guys are going wherever they see fit. There's some guys going to Africa too. But guys will continue to go everywhere they see fit to find a woman that's for them. And expect more guys to do it. Expect more guys to leave. Expect more guys to make that decision. Like today, for instance, I just saw a guy in a grocery store who was with his wife for 10 years, right? They were in the States. I was with my wife for 10 years, 9 years, going on 10, and he looked happy. I look happy. These men are happy. Men are going to Africa. Men are happy going there. So, no, it's nothing about black women. It has nothing to do about the race of woman. You're stuck on the wrong thing. The whole thing is that guys are leaving. And more women are going to go through it because guys realize there's definitely more to life than dealing with a modern woman of the West.
Brothers! What we do in life echoes in eternity.